got more.
Every running back that played against him hated the experience as he netted the most tackles for a loss of any player this year and setting a new school record along the way. As Matt Miller put it, he has a knack for watching the ball, never being fooled by the play action, and getting to the ball carrier in the backfield. He had the ability to single-handedly shut down an opponent's rushing attack in school, but we'll see if that translates to the NFL.
All right, now that the pick's in, let's go to Adam. Adam, what can you tell us about this guy?
He's a Heisman-winning defender. Let me say that one more time. He won the Heisman, and he's a defensive player. Need I say more? You can imagine how well he played this season to win the biggest award in college over several offensive playmakers. The trophy was well-deserved, and according to Matt Miller, he projects really well as a defender in the NFL. I think this is a home run pick, and it's great to see a defender get some well-deserved recognition.
Let's go to Adam now, who has more on the Bears' last pick.
He was an exciting player to watch in college, and the Combine was just a reminder of how explosive he can be. Judging by his 40 times in broad jump, he has the explosiveness and lower body strength to excel as a running back in the NFL. Matt Miller was surprised by just how strong his legs were and told me that he had one of the best vertical and broad jump numbers of any player the past few years. And while running backs aren't as valued as they used to be, he's one of those rare talents that you can't pass up. I think he has what it takes to be a real workhorse for this team, and he should be an immediate upgrade to their running game.
The Eagles are now on the clock. Vikings just made their pick. Adam, what can you tell us about him?
The old saying of "what have you done for me lately" could be used to explain his rapid rise in draft value. After a late season performance that saw him make several key blocks leading to scores, sources said that many scouts were willing to overlook otherwise average statistics leading up to his final game. NFL expert Ross Tucker felt that his upside far outweighs any concerns that he's a one-hit wonder. Tucker raved about his natural footwork that he called a quote-unquote gift for someone his size. Patience may be needed to help him grow into his full potential, but this team feels as if it has bolstered its offensive line with this big pick.
The Falcons are now on the clock. All right, team is now off the clock. Adam Schefter, can you tell us about their newest player?
Like football, rugby's a sport that's played with guys of all shapes and sizes. In his case, he was one of the big guys pushing and pulling blocks in the center of the pitch. He was playing rugby for a university in Australia before he was recruited to transfer and play football for 2 seasons here in America. His first year was spent adjusting to the game, getting used to the different rules and how to play his position properly. The guy even had to adjust how he tackled now that he had to wear pads and a helmet. But his second year is really where we started to see what he could potentially do. He's a physical player at the line of scrimmage. The team was able to pick up a good addition to its line with a bit of an interesting history.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. Rams have just made their pick. Adam, what can you tell us about him?
You can't talk about this running back without mentioning the spirit of beast mode, one of the greatest runs in college football. In just one run, he exemplified everything a scout wants to see in his halfback. He took the handoff, waited patiently for his blocks, and shot through the opening. Once in the open field, he did everything from juke a defender to lowering his shoulder and powering into the end zone. The stadium erupted when he scored, causing earthquake-like tremors in the area. Remind you of anyone? We'll see if he can live up to the beast mode comparisons for this team.
Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
A torn Achilles tendon almost dashed his NFL dreams, but through pure determination and will, he found a way to rehab and impress scouts at the combine. He was able to make strong cuts and doesn't look as if he's lost any speed as a result of the injury. Even with the success he's currently enjoying, there's significant concern about him doing too much too fast. Count on this training staff continuing his rehab to make sure he's at 100% before he sees the field. He's a significant investment, and I can't see them rushing him back until he's truly ready.
The London Black Knights are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock. Are now on the clock. The London Black Knights are now on the clock.
Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming.
The London Black Knights are now on the clock.
I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade.
The London Black Knights are now on the clock.
Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here.
The London Black Knights are now on the clock.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
The London Black Knights are now on the clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade.
The Mexico City Diablos are now on the clock.